Hey guys, welcome to the weekly BTC overview. I don't even know why the fuck I'm calling it a weekly. It's because I just clicked on weekly on the chart. This is like any time I want to do this, right? So what I want to do is I want to take a look at BTC, current structure, current ideas. I want to map out some areas of interest. The aim of these videos is to provide you with a more detailed overview than just me sticking up a post saying I'm shorting this region. Okay, because the overall aim of this group is still education. So I still want to give you as much information as possible versus me just saying short this level, long this level, right? In line with the trades that I take. So for me, it's important to provide you with the regions of interest that I have. And then say, for example, I'm not here. I want you to be able to take your own knowledge and apply it. So I'm going to map out some of the levels that I think are key and some of the setups and situations that I'm looking for. And then hopefully you can take that and apply it to your own thinking, your own style, and your own trading approach. So first of all, I want to look at the weekly level. This level here that I've marked out in the red box is pretty much the key weekly level. This is where the fight this week is going to be for. It's going to be for reclaiming this level. If this level is reclaimed, this is simply a dip down. Okay, this is simply a spring from here, and then we reclaim this level, and then we continue. The continuation may look like this. The continuation may look like this. We'll see. It's certainly not going to go this high, but that's what we're going to see is the fight for this level. This is a really crucial level. Okay, so basically, right now I'm still long biased because of our situation above the 200 EMA. So I'll turn those on for the purposes of this video. That will be more helpful than the hull. So we'll turn on the 200 and the 50. The 50 is only represented here. So we can see a perfect hold on the 50 on the weekly. Looks very, very nice here. But we had the same situation here. So I'm not going to be too distracted by this until this level is reclaimed. This level here actually did exactly what we're discussing now. Right, it did exactly this. It came down, held this level, failed to close here, and then we'll see whether or not we fail to close here. Then we've got a very similar play out. For now, it's just a case of waiting. There's no decision to be made here. Yeah, there was a lot of longs there's a lot of shorts that got destroyed in this run up. A huge number, of course there were. But I think that today also showed that a huge number of longs would have got destroyed, because I think that a huge number of longs are just mindlessly longing this now, expecting this to be like 20k by the time they wake up. So let's take a look at this level on the daily and look at the significance of it. This is the region here, okay, that we had the bounce on the weekly, and then the move up and the failure here. So quite a nice structure along here. Is there anything that we can learn from this region that may give us an indication on what is happening at this point of BTC? Well, the one thing that I'll be keeping a very close eye on in this region here, because we entered a period of distribution. All the way down from the 20k top, we entered distribution. We'd entered something called stepping stone distribution. And what that basically is we fall down from a level like we do here. Okay, we sell off, we bounce up, we retest it, we sell off again. And then that essentially just continues all the way down through BTC here. So we sell off, we come back, we retest it twice, and we sell off. Okay, and then from the sell off, which is this region here, we come back down, retest it here, sell off again. Region here, breaks down, come back up, retest it, sell off again. So that is essentially what we played out last time. And one of the key giveaways during this region here, so if we take a look at this exact region, is this. I'm going to pull this up real close. Okay, so what we have is this candle here. This is a huge giveaway candle. This candle here, which relates to this. All right, bearish engulfing, huge bearish engulfing candle, huge supply present here, supply just dominating completely the range. And then we see one more grind up, takes out the highs, and then sells off. So what I'm looking for here is whether or not supply dominates the range. And if we look down in this section, okay, we see one candle here, these candles all the way through here. Okay, all very supply heavy. Even inside here, supply is dominating. So what I'll be looking for is whether or not supply can dominate this range that we're currently in. Current example, we've got a very strong daily here. We'll keep this as a bullish daily. I don't think there's any reason to look at that any differently. And so we'll just keep an eye on what the volume develops like as we retest this region here. The only other sign here that this isn't distribution is this. So this daily cross has held. So this daily 5200 cross right now is going to avoid a death cross. Death cross on a daily is generally considered the start of a bear market. So if this can save this, that is an incredibly strong sign. So we're looking for two things. We're looking for a reclaim of this region at the 93-9400 level. That's very important on a weekly time frame, that this level is reclaimed. Then what we're looking for is this to hold. That will happen if 9400 is reclaimed. This will hold. That just continues our long bias in this position. As you can see, it's pretty clear. Okay, when I speak about the 200 EMA and the bias that I have over and under it. Okay, so let's basically take anything from the start here. So we have 1, 2, 3 fake outs of the 200 EMA on the way down. Okay, basically strong retests, short squeezes. We have 3 tests of the 200 EMA. Aside from that, the logic is simply, if we're below the 200 EMA on the daily, we look for short opportunities. So whenever we get these bounces, we're looking to short. And that's just the way that works all the way throughout the 200 EMA. Same here when we had the crossover. So when we had the cross and price was trading above, if we'd just taken the very simple logic of only look for long positions, okay, long any dips that we get, because we're above the 200 EMA on the daily, then essentially we would have played this out very, very nicely. Because there's just no point fighting the trend. So now once we're in this position, price is currently above the 200 EMA. So I'm not going to start fighting it. We may be early in that trend, but I'm still going to pay it some respect. Here, we were absolutely right to short. Price is under the 200 EMA. We should have a short bias. We've got the fake out to the downside. Fine. We can flip very, very quickly. All right. Without the risk of babbling on and turn this into an educational video on the 200 EMA. That's the logic. Weekly, we're looking for a reclaim of this level. If it reclaims this level, I'm on board with the bullish argument wholeheartedly. If we do not reclaim this level, then I don't think the past discussion is off the table. All right, this is the first region of support, 7.6. And then obviously what we're looking for are those levels that we were originally talking about, which is the low 6Ks. And then this region here at 5.5. If that holds, I still see these being in play. We'll still be above the 200 EMA, but I would be more concerned about that being a fake out, similar to those spikes that we looked at over on this side. So right now, all of the action that you're going to be looking at taking is going to be around this level. I would be very cautious trading into the weekly close. I think it's going to be volatile. I think you need to be very prepared if you are going to trade the weekly close. But this is the sole focus of where I'm looking right now. There's a region down here. Let's dive down to a little bit lower time frame. So there's a region down here that I was looking at. And I would have liked to have seen a retest here. This region actually just correlates to the top of the range. Okay, so we see, turn on the drawing tool. So that region just correlates to the top of the range. There's a really nice supply cluster in there. If we get any spikes on Sunday, okay, if we reject this region for the first time when we move into it now, this is where I think price heads. Once we make it down to this region, we may see a far bigger push for the 9.4 region. So I'm still keeping that alive as an area of interest. Just because it satisfies two things. It satisfies my looking for regions of demand, and it satisfies a retest of this breakout from this region down here when we broke the 9K level. So it satisfies a couple of points. So I really like this as a target region. I was just distracted by the mini sell-off that was happening here. Okay, so essentially that's what I'm looking for. Lower time frame, higher time frame. They're the regions of interest for this. I don't want to turn this into looking at other charts. This is a BTC focus, but as a region like this, I just want to show you XRP. Okay, so this was a short position, right? This is a region of supply, sell-off, consolidation, sell-off. This holds orders, this holds supply. Took the short position here and had the response. So that's what we're looking for from the same region on BTC. We know that there's demand down here, so we're looking to tap into this demand and then make a stronger push up. Pick up the orders here, liquidate more longs on the way down, force out more longs on the way down, and then make another push. So they're the regions of interest. That's the logic behind where I am right now with BTC and my thinking. Any questions on that, please tag me and I'll be happy to answer.